This is the Peugeot 308. It's the 1.2 litre petrol. I didn't know what to expect because, you know, I have had a few disappointing experiences with 1.2 turbos. In fact, I was afraid this would have been a very heavy car, wouldn't have really given pleasure to the driver. But I think I was wrong. This won the Car of the Year award, but this is the 2017 model, so the latest Peugeot 308 currently on the road. Its design is impressive. It has lost everything that a Peugeot used to have in terms of looking too round and too goofy. Now it can really compete with the other cars of its category. I particularly like the wheels that Citroën and Peugeot are using lately, with this shiny, beautiful, glossy finish next to a dark finish. It gives you a very solid wheel, but at the same time a long one that doesn't disappear in its design. But I'm sure that you guys have seen loads of reviews about what the car looks like. What we're here for is to see what it drives like, what it feels when you're at the wheel. This 308 is automatic. Yes, you would think it wasn't enough that it was a 1.2 petrol, and you'd think it's an awful combination, and a small engine, a non-sporty automatic gearbox. Although it's a family car, because that's what it is a 5 doors, plenty of space, massive boot, and yet it's a pleasure to drive. When I picked up the car, they accidentally told me it was a diesel. I didn't pay attention to the sound of the engine, and it felt like a diesel. It felt like a 1.6 diesel, in fact. The suspensions are soft. The car does roll a lot, but with these tires it glues to the road no matter what. Some Michelin Sport Pilot, which are phenomenal tires. You can feel a tiny bit of oversteering, but there is a bit of weight falling in that spot of the car due to the lack of manual gear that holds the car back, but you're relying completely on the tires and on the suspension to keep you in the corner. Although this car is effortless, you do feel a bit concerned about ruining it. Second gear. A 1.2. Incredible, honestly. I've been driving this car for a few days now, and I am very, very happy with the way the engine responds. It rarely lets you down, and actually, if it does let you down, it's most likely because of the gearbox, because the automatic shifting doesn't kick in soon enough. But the engine is always there. It does push at low range thanks to the turbo, and high range not so much, but it is a 1.2. In addition to the decent grip and the pleasant driving experience of this car, there is the small Peugeot steering wheel. This thing is probably my favorite feature. So small, so nimble, it makes the car react faster. But the one thing I can't stand is the lack of controls. In fact, the entire car is controlled via the display. But look this. Look, I'm really warm, and while I'm driving, I have to go through this. Try to understand how the monitor reacts, you're trying to look at the road at the same time, and look how slow it is. Look at that. That's not acceptable. Overall, the Peugeot is a pleasant car to drive. No, it's not a sport car, and I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for something that really wants to make you feel like a racing driver. But it holds on well on the tarmac and is spacious, is pretty, not the most practical, and it's a bit weird with that reverse rev counter. I know the Aston Martin have it, but still not my favorite. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting so much from a 1.2 turbo, and no, I wouldn't personally choose it, but mostly due to its consumption. The best I could do was 40 miles per gallon. My fiance's DS4 2-litre diesel not only was on a similar price on the market, but it would do 50 miles per gallon and pull like a 2 litres, like a lot faster. So overall, not a bad car, still not quite my choice.